When it comes to building a website, things can oftentimes be difficult, whether it's figuring out what to name the website, what the website's going to be about, and everything you plan on adding to it that users can interact with. Things can get very complicated very quickly. With that being said, that doesn't mean that there's not plenty of amazing website builders out there to choose from. These website builders will give you a host of different functionality that you can add to your website and make the user experience that much better. In today's video, we're going to be covering the exact step-by-step process on building a website, and specifically the things you need to make sure that you do if you're building it inside of the country of Germany. Germany has its own rules, regulations, and best practices when it comes to building a website inside of its borders. Make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you understand exactly how to do this and you don't make any mistakes. Also, if you want to follow along with me, make sure you use the link down in the description when getting started with Hostinger. Other than that though, let's talk about building a website in Germany. Now, first things first, we'll cover the main differences you're going to face when it comes to building a website in Germany. The first of these is picking a great domain name. Now, one of the things you need to keep in mind is that in Germany, many of the websites will have the domain extension .de. This type of domain is the common standard in Germany, and it's what you're going to want to have if you're building a business or a website in general. You're also going to want to make sure that you host that domain with a domain provider that is available in that country. So for this instance, Hostinger is going to be your best bet for that. One of the things you really want to make sure you take great caution with is the language that your website is going to be in. Remember that even though English is an extraordinarily popular language and used by most of the world, it is important to contextualize your website to the place that you're building it. Germany's main language, of course, is German, which will be likely the main language that you'll want to write most of the things on your website in. That way, people inside of Germany who are utilizing your website can understand and read through it easily. You also need to make sure that you're complying with all of Germany's privacy laws and their cookie standards. This is important because there are specific rules and regulations that you need to follow when operating a website inside of Germany. If you want to make sure that you're following all the rules and regulations properly, make sure to head over to the German business website so that you can understand all these rules and regulations and see any updates that come for them. One of the other things you should consider too when building a website in Germany is the designer. If you're working on this website yourself, you don't really have to worry about hiring, but if you're somebody who wants to build a very professional, great looking website, hiring a web designer can be a great way to do that. One of the things I would highly recommend you do is hire a local German designer. That way, that designer will likely have a very good eye for what looks good and what doesn't, and what appeals to people who are locally present. Also, for the last thing, make sure your search engine optimization is in German. These can be for specific things like tags or keywords, which need to be, of course, custom tailored to the region that your website operates in. Those are pretty much most of the main differences you'll want to consider when you're first getting started with the website, but let's actually go through the whole process now step by step. First thing you're going to want to do is come up with a domain name. We're going to be using that .de domain name that we talked about earlier. Now, to figure out the best domain name, you're going to want to make sure that you figure out what your website is going to be about in the first place. Are you creating a portfolio website? Are you creating a business website? These are important questions to ask yourself in the early stage of the design process. Once we have our domain name, we can then get started with actually building the website in the first place. I'm now going to show you guys a quick step-by-step tutorial on actually getting started with building a website inside of Hostinger for your German website. One of the first things you guys want to do is you'll want to head down to the link in the description of this video to get started with Hostinger. Hostinger is the website builder we'll be using for this specific video, and it's how you guys are going to build your website in Germany. The first thing you want to do once you hit that link is that you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. As you can see, with our specific deal that we're offering you guys, you'll get up to 75% off web hosting, 24/7 customer support, a free domain, and free website migration. As you can see, one of the best plans that they have available to you is the $2.99 a month plan, which also comes with 3 extra free months. And of course, not even to mention a 30-day money-back guarantee. The first thing we want to do here is hit the Start Now button to actually get started with checkout. Once we hit the Start Now button, it'll then allow us to pick between these specific plans. Each one of these plans have their own benefits and drawbacks. The more expensive plans have obviously more features. Now, for the sake of this video, we'll just go with their most popular plan, which is going to be their business plan. This pretty much has everything you need to get started with building a website on Hostinger. All I simply have to do now is pick the choose a plan option. Once I've picked that, I'll then be taken to this page where I can simply pick the payment period. This is basically how often I'm planning on paying Hostinger and how often I want to make payments. I can either go with the 1 month, the 12 month, the 24 month, or the 48 month option. Now, keep in mind, each of these plans have their own benefits, but for the 48 month option, we're going to get those 3 extra free months as well. Also, if you're just getting started, it's really helpful that you're going to get a free domain with a couple of these plans as well. What you'll have to do next, once you've picked the payment period, is create an account. You can either do this with Google, Facebook, or just simply enter your email address and your password. After that, you'll head down here to where you'll select your payment, and you can go from any of these payment options that they have available to you. You can have a credit card, a PayPal, Google Pay, or pay with Alipay. They also give you a full breakdown of everything you're purchasing, and it also gives you an idea of how much money you're saving. Once you've looked at all of this, you'll then fill out your first name, your last name, your phone number, the country of origin, which in this case will be Germany, and then of course the region or province, the city that you live in, the street address, and the zip code. Once you've added all of that, you'll then want to head down here to where it says have a coupon code, and to get an even better code, you'll want to enter in the code my first website, all capitals, no spaces, to get the best deal possible. Once you have that code entered, you'll hit the apply button, and just like that, we're saving a little bit more money than we were before. All we do now is enter in the name on our card, our credit card number, the year and date, and the CVC code, and we're ready to submit our payment. Once you guys get inside of Hostinger, this is essentially what it'll look like. As you can see at the top here, we have our home page, the websites page, our emails page, and the domains page. The first thing we'll want to do is head over to the domains page and of course get started with our free domain. We've already gone ahead and claimed our free domain, but yours will be available on this page when you guys get inside. Once you guys have claimed your free domain and properly named your website, we can now get started with actually building our website. The first thing we'll want to do is head over to the websites tab, and inside of the websites tab, we'll hit add website. Once we've done this, we can either pick between WordPress or Hostinger. For the sake of this video, we'll go ahead and go with the Hostinger website builder. Once we clicked on the Hostinger website builder, it will then ask us to select a hosting plan. Once we select our hosting plan, we can then get started with actually selecting the plan to build the website. Now, this is one of the big benefits about Hostinger, is that it has a AI website builder that will create a website for you in minutes. You can do this, or you can either go with one of their templates. Now, for the sake of this video, I want to show you how to actually build this website, so we'll hit the start creating button to use their AI tool. All we simply have to do now is select the type of website that we're trying to build, and then of course also give it a brand name. We'll just simply call this our Germany website. For the description, we can say whatever we want about this. We'll just say that this is an online clothing store. Once we've typed all of that out, we'll then hit create website. Now it's going to take a few moments to actually load everything up and properly create our website. Once our website's fully created, we'll be good to go to get started with actually editing it. As you can see, we are officially inside of our website, and to actually start editing this, it's super easy. We'll head up to the top right here and click the edit button. Now the first thing it'll ask us is to name our store, and then of course it will also ask us what country we're located in, which of course in this case will be Germany. It'll also ask us to select a currency, which in this case will be a euro. Once we've selected all of this, we'll hit the continue button. As you can see, we can start setting our products here, but we want to actually edit the website. The first thing we're going to do is head up to the top right here and click the edit website button. As you can see, we are officially inside of Hostinger's website editor. Inside of their website editor, this is super easy to utilize. All we simply have to do to edit any of this is simply click on it and start typing anything we would like. Also, to move any of this around is pretty easy. We can simply just drag and drop it to any part of the website that we would want it to be featured in. And realistically, that's about it. Hostinger's website builder is super easy to utilize, and it's a tool that I use pretty much on a daily basis. If you have any questions about Hostinger's website builder, make sure to comment them down below. Also, make sure to like this video and let me know what you guys think about Hostinger. If you guys want to get started with Hostinger, make sure to use the links down in the description of this video. It's how you get access to the best possible deals and discounts that we have available for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in a future video.